Let's get started. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Noon Power Hour class. Child's pose, please, to begin. If you're not already there, just get the knees nice and wide, big toes touching behind you, arms stretched out directly ahead of your shoulders. Allow your third eye center to be in contact with the mat, and just allow yourself to get grounded here. Or at least begin the process of getting grounded. Start to feel yourself on your mat. Start to notice your breath in and out through your nose. And as always, let this posture feel really good to your body. There should be no pain or distress, just a gentle easing open of your joints. So just notice where you feel a little stretch, a little opening. Spread your fingers a little wider, get a little more active, push your palms down into the floor, lengthen the elbows, push your hips back toward your heels, feel the lengthening of the spine, just all those subtle little movements to create some space, to begin the process of finding space in the body, of opening, of relaxing. And then beginning our breath exercise together, take a big inhale through the nose, fill the lungs nice and big, start to feel some stretch in the ribs. And exhale, just follow your breath all the way down to the bottom. Again, take another big inhale through the nose, fill the lungs, fill the belly, take your time. And exhale, just feeling the relief in the out breath until you feel a little gap at the bottom of your breath. And one more time, take a big inhale through the nose, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Keep sipping air, find your fullest breath. Let it be just a bit uncomfortable. Hold it there, present in the space. If you can, one more little sip. And exhale into your yoga practice. As you all know, I invite you to let go of any expectation you brought onto your mat today. I mean it. Just take it one posture, one breath at a time. Tuck your toes, lift your tail, and come into your first downward facing dog. It's okay. Sometimes we come in with expectation, want to practice to go a certain way, want a certain benefit from it. Keep pushing out of your shoulders here, and then start to walk it out, left heel high, right heel high, going for a walk in place. But try to be present with what your body needs right here, right now. So as you walk it out, feel your joints, feel your muscles, feel your ligaments, feel where you might be sore, where you feel good, and really take note. You're here to take care of the body brought into the room today. And that means staying in touch with how you feel in your body, pushing when you can, taking rest as you need. Reestablish your down dog, rock up onto the balls of the feet, get the heels to lift up and open through your arches. Keep engaging your quadriceps, very nice. Keep the heels high so you get that strong stretch. There it is. Keep the quads engaged, yeah, then push out of the shoulders just a little bit more and stretch the heels back down to the mat. Bring your left foot 2 inches closer towards your right foot, lock out your right leg, and on the inhale, bring it up and back. Just stretch back or reach back. Good. Squaring off the hips involves more core strength, and try to keep equal distance between shoulders and hips on both sides. There's no bunching. You want to feel length there. Down your left side body here. Stretch back or reach back. And then return your right foot to your left. Lock out your left leg, and on the inhale, bring it up and back. Yes. Strong push into the mat with the palms. Nice, Leslie. Keep gazing at the big toe on your right foot. Try to make sure both legs are as straight as possible. I know it's a lot. And then step the left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Right foot follows. Stand hip width apart. Hold on to your opposite elbows here. Ragdoll pose. Head relaxed. Knees bent if you need. Sway a bit left and right, side to side. Shake the head out, yes and no. I find it's important to take a moment here and just let gravity sort of take over. Try to really feel the weight of your head, pulling your spine long, creating space between the vertebrae. Good, then take a big inhale. Exhale, release the grip. Allow the arms to hang heavily here. Keep soft, bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. If you like, bring your hands behind the back, interlace all 10 fingers, reach the knuckles up and gently forward. I always like to mention, this is early in class for a big shoulder opener, so if it does not serve your body, you can skip it. That's just fine. Otherwise, keep reaching up and forward. Feel the heart opening here. Feel the shoulders opening, just a little bit of space in the upper body. Then with the hands clasped, bring them to your low back first. Release your hands back down. Feel the weight of your arms. Feel the weight of your head. Let everything just hang heavily here for a moment. And then round up one vertebra at a time. We are in absolutely no rush. So make sure there's not a rush in your movements today. Just slow, controlled, connected. Feel your head just sort of plop right on top of your shoulders, finding its spot. Feet come back together side by side. Relax your arms at your side. And just take a moment, present with yourself. Gentle awareness of the whole room. And let's begin. Inhale the arms, out, back, and up. Look up, stretch up as the palms connect. And exhale, swan dive, chin away from chest, long, flat back all the way down into your forward fold. Chin is tucked here. Inhale to a halfway lift. Gaze comes forward, back flattens out. Exhale, plant the palms and step or jump back to a plank pose. Notice if you look down in that transition, try to keep the gaze forward. It keeps length in the upper back. Look forward. Look in the front mirror. Thighs locked. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, low hold, elbows in tight. Nice, Maria. Then inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs are lifted. Toes point here. Thighs lifted. Look up and back. And exhale, roll over the toes. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So just warming up the body here. Getting the breath and the movement to connect. Heels are stretching down. Good. A series. Inhale, bend the knees. Push the hips back. Look way out ahead of you. Exhale, step, jump, or float. Nice. Into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise, arms out, back and up, look up, stretch up, palms touch. And exhale, swan dive, long, flat, back, all the way down into your forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, gaze is forward. As you exhale, plant the palms, step back to a plank pose. Nice, Jamie, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog, fill the lungs. And exhale, roll over the toes, back to a downward facing dog. So try to be aware as your breath improves, the quality of the breath, the length of the breath, the evenness of the inhales and the exhales. Another A series here. Inhale, bend the knees, push the hips back, look forward. Exhale, step, jump, or float between the hands into a forward fold. Nice, Matt. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, look up, palms connect. And exhale, swan dive. Just follow the out breath all the way down into your fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your plank pose or jump. Shift forward, lower down, feel your strength in the low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, back to a nice downward facing dog. Good. Make sure you've got that strong hand lock. It's a great opportunity. Yes, keep pushing the palms into the mat. Spread the fingers down nice and wide. Excellent. Right into B series today. Inhale, bend the knees, push the hips back, look out ahead of you. Exhale, step, jump, or float between the hands into your fold. Halfway lift, feel the long, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips down, arms up. Lovely, just pausing here for a moment. Grip the knees, shift the weight back just a bit. So always feel like someone's holding onto your hips and is pulling you back, almost like you're gonna fall back on your hips. But it's the upper body swooping up and forward, creating that back bend, but also creating a counterweight so you can shift the hips back a little bit more. Looks good. Nice work. Shoulders are up by the ears, pull them down. Good. Take a big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Just let it go. Halfway lift, inhale, recharge. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your plank pose, shift forward, lower down, strong low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to a nice long downward facing dog. Getting right into it today. I love it. Stepping into warrior one. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the back left heel. Just inhale the arms out, back and up, palms touch, thumbs cross. Nice strong warrior one today. Good, beautiful, Rain. Good, squaring off the hips. These are amazing. Left hip forward, right hip back. So good, in fact. So if your hips are totally square to the front of the room and you've got the strong lock in the back leg, yeah, and a nice big bend in the right knee, you could start to play around with having a little bit of a longer stance. You want to have a little something to work toward in terms of getting your hips squared off to the front of the room. Active in the core, active in the lower half of the body. Good, as we start to warm up the upper half of the body with the arms overhead, sometimes we can start to hold the breath. So just make sure the breath is moving. Good, Maria, squeeze the back leg a little bit more. Bend that front knee just a little bit more. Take a big inhale. And exhale, open, big warrior two. Nice long open stance, good. Take up space, beautiful. Back leg lock, squeezing the heels, just a strong, powerful posture. Everyone feels this a little bit different. So you might feel a nice big opening for your upper body. If you've got a lot of muscle, you're gonna feel some stretch across the front side of your body. It can be a lot on the shoulders. Let's focus on it just a little bit. Pull the shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together just a bit, while also stretching your arms in opposite directions. So kind of two opposite actions. Pulling the shoulder blades together and stretching the arms in opposite directions. Brings a lot of prana in the upper body, creates a lot of opening. Excellent. Keep the back leg nice and locked. Bend the front knee just a little bit more if you can. Core is strong, belly button hugging in. Take a big inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Find your plank pose. Gaze forward here. Shift forward, lower down, low hold. Inhale. And exhale, roll over the toes. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Solid work. Left side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Drop the back heel and inhale, arms out, back and up, palms connect, thumbs cross, gaze is up. Good. Squaring off hips, so right hip forward, left hip back. Think about tugging back on your left heel, yes, to get the left hip back. It engages the left hamstring, nice. Back leg really strong. Notice if you're collapsing into the big toe mound of your right foot. Bring the energy into the outside edge of the right foot. There it is. It brightens up the back leg, gives you a little bit more access to rotating the right hip forward. Good. All those little movements count. Maintain here. Again, make sure the distance between the feet is helping you feel that challenge of squaring off the hips. Excellent. Come down just a little bit lower in the front knee. Again, two opposite actions, just like inner warrior two. In this case, you're pulling the shoulders down and stretching the arms up simultaneously. Lots of energy in the upper body. Please take a big inhale here. And exhale, open, big warrior two. Take up your space, yes. And feel that opening. Feel the opening for the upper body. Good, same thing here. Shoulder blades hug in, arms stretch in opposite directions. Focusing on the lower half of the body. We talk about squeezing the heels together in this posture. You want to activate your inner thighs so you feel that support, not resting in your joints, strong. You can even pull the sits bones together. You can even pull your hip bones up towards your lower ribs. Feel that strong internal core lock. Beautiful. Just feel that strength in your body right here. Breath moving. Nice ease in the room. Take a big inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Plank posture. Gaze is forward. Shift forward. Lower down. Find that low hold. Inhale. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Good. So just a little more in our bodies here. A little bit more opening. So make sure the down dog is taking up space. Just keep moving with the breath. B series. Inhale. Bend the knees. Push the hips back. Look forward. Exhale, step, jump, or float between the hands into your fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And inhale, chair pose. Hips down, arms up. See where your feet together. See where your hips are. If you can sit down and back. Support your lower back though, support it. With that internal lower abdomen, core strength, hugging it up and in. Nice, Ali. Pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Experiment here. Spiral the pinkies in just a bit. Notice if you can lift the gaze just a little bit more, if the arms will come back more. Beautiful. One more time. Hips down. Take a big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift, inhale, gazes forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your plank pose. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga low hold. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, slow, connected. There's no rush, just moving with flow. Warrior 1 to warrior 2. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the back heel. Just inhale, rise. Beautiful warrior 1 here. Exhale, open, nice big warrior 2. Find your base. Gazes forward, turn the palms up, reach the upper body forward over the right leg. Good. Commit to the back leg being strong. Try not to rest in your right hip joint, so keep squeezing the right bum. That's it. Good. Beautiful. Then reverse the posture. Scrape the ceiling with the right hand. Left hand slides down the left leg. Nice. I find this to be a really necessary movement early in practice in order to access full breath. Right now, you're wide open right lung is getting lots of space as you stretch the ribs open, all those strong hatch muscles between your ribs right now, getting some love. So keep puffing the right rib cage up to the sky. Nice, Jamie. Keep the base strong. Very minimal weight in the bottom left hand. So relax the shoulder, keep reaching up through right rib cage. Take a big inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Find your plank pose here. Let's do our supported side plank. Gaze down. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Drop your left knee below the left hip. Rotate right sole foot onto the floor. And extend your right arm directly up to the sky. Find one place to gaze. On the ceiling. Try to make sure your left hand's right underneath your left shoulder, so a little closer to the knee. Left hand, a little close. Yes, I know. Feels funny. That way you got to engage your lat more and not your trap. Then extend, right arm reaches forward, lift the right leg. Good. So when we keep it in the lat and not the trap, we're using a bigger muscle in our back. Yeah, and it gives us more support. So keep pulling the left shoulder blade down the back, keep flexing at the right ankle. You got it. Keep the right leg strong, gazes up, roll the rib cage open just a bit here. Then right foot down, extend the right hand back up. Keep lifting through the right rib cage. If you like, that bottom left hand can start to float to heart center. If you want to work toward it, slide your right heel back an inch or two, come up to left fingertips, and just notice which muscles in your core are engaging. And one day, when you just hold it there, one day those muscles are just gonna, yeah, that's it, Mary Pat, beautiful. Yes, there it is. Keep reaching through right rib cage. I know, sometimes it's just a moment, but that's how it starts. Then return the left hand down to the mat. Rotate the right hand down to the mat. Find yourself back in a really strong plank pose. Engage your quads, core strong. Take the extra inhale. Exhale, shift forward, lower down, strong low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. Where's that back bend? And exhale, roll over the toes back to a nice long down dog. Fabulous work. Gaze between the toes. Good. And again, long, smooth, slow flow, left side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Drop the back heel. Just inhale, rise, warrior 1. Exhale, open, big warrior 2. Find your space. Take it up. Excellent. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Push your back right heel back just a bit. Turn the palms up and reach your upper body forward over the left leg. Yeah, sometimes you can see your front knee just sort of swaying a little bit in and out as you move forward. It's okay. It's normal, but continue to stay. Even here, pull back on the left heel, squeezing the heels. Core is strong. Reverse the posture. Scrape the ceiling with the left hand. Right hand slides down the right leg. Yes, and experience the opening of the left side body. It's not a static hold. Yes, you're easing your way into the depth, feeling your ribs open up. Yes, nice alignment, gorgeous. Stay with it. Now commit to the depth of your left knee. Keep the core up and in. Make sure there's breath moving here. Very nice on this side. Use your bottom right rib cage to lift left rib cage. Reach back through left pinky. Take a big inhale. And exhale, cartwheel hands to the mat, plank pose. Hold it here, gaze down, right hand underneath right shoulder, right knee drops below the right hip, rotate left sole foot onto the floor, and left hand up to the sky. Better on this side, yes, good. When the hand is too far forward, we tend to jam our shoulder into the neck. When the hand's right underneath the shoulder, we can focus on pulling down through right shoulder blade, yes. Just maintain here for a moment. You got it. Be tricky. Just find your balance, and if you're feeling like you're balanced and you want to go for it, advance it. Left arm forward, lift the left leg, super flex the left ankle. Like one day your left toes are going to touch your shin. I'll move out of the way. Stay with it here. Good, Matt. Try and lift it up a little bit more. Use those muscles on the outside of your left hip right now. Keep the left leg strong. And left foot down. Extend the left arm back up to the sky. Keep lifting through left rib cage. See if the right hand wants to float up. If you did it on one side, I highly recommend giving it a go on this side. However, it's not uncommon to feel stronger on one side than the other. So just work with your body. Beautiful. Keep pushing down through the left foot like it's a suction cup. There it is. Stay strong. Back leg locked. Core up and in. Keep reaching through left ribs. Slowly return the right hand to the mat. Slowly return the left hand to the mat. Find yourself back in a plank pose. Take the inhale. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Nice flow. Very intentional with your movement. Nice with the breath. Let's go from warrior 1 to warrior 3 here today. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the back heel. Inhale, rise, find a strong warrior 1. Good. So just working our way up here, hips square, shoulders square. I want you to focus on the navel pulling up and in, and keep it that way. Keep it that way. As you come into warrior 3, shift the weight to the right leg, push off the back leg, and then feel like you're stretching in opposite directions from your belly button, from that strong core. Excellent. Keep pushing down through the big toe. Nice, Maria. Beautiful long line. Then gaze down at the mat, arms out to the side like airplane wings. You all know I love this little sequence here. It's a nice challenge to the standing leg. If you feel like things are shifting around, they are. Keep pushing down through the mound of your big toe. Hands come behind the back. Interlace all 10 fingers if you choose. Otherwise, just staying in airplane pose. These look good. Chest stays lifted. Airplane. Warrior 3, gaze forward, step back lightly to your warrior 1. Excellent work. So hips are square here. Take a big inhale. Exhale, open, big warrior 2. Good. Lengthen your stance just a bit. You could turn the palms up, reach forward. Reverse just for a nice big inhale. Let's get our side angle in here. Right elbow inside the right knee. Left arm reaches up. So again, feel the length in your arms here. Feel the space in your collarbones. Feel the strength of your base. Squeeze the heels. Take your top arm, reach it forward first. So you get a little stretch on the left shoulder. Gaze is up. And then inhale, reach up and take it into your bind on the exhale. It's earlier in our practice, so maybe it's just a half bind today where normally you do a full bind. Listen to your body, spin the left rib cage open. It's just a moment here. Nice, Dana. Keep squeezing the buns towards the left side of the room. Keep rolling the rib cage open. Then open up the arms. Come right back up to your warrior 2. Beautiful. Solidify the base. If the right knee's hooking in, open it up. Come down just a little bit deeper. Gaze forward. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Plank pose. Gaze forward. Shift forward. Lower down. Chaturanga. Low hold. Inhale. Upward facing dog. And exhale. Back to a nice long down dog. Very smooth. Keep pushing down through the palms. Left side 1 to 3. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot forward, drop the back heel. Just inhale, rise. Take a moment in your warrior 1, truly. See if you can bring awareness to your Mula and Uddiyana Bandha, that deep core lock, root lock. Maintain it as you move into warrior 3. Shift the weight to the left leg, push off the back leg, body and leg parallel to the floor, and stretch long. That human tug of war, it's coming from the core in opposite directions, not just arms and leg. Feel your body stretching. Go ahead, continue to lift into gravity and try not to drop your arms as you come into airplane pose. Gaze down. Take a moment here. Feel the standing leg working. It's getting stronger right now. The work you're doing, it's worthwhile. We do a lot on that standing leg. Hands behind the back, please. Interlace all 10 fingers. Excellent. Keep lengthening the back of your neck. Keep lifting the upper back. Stay with it here. Airplane pose. You got it, Anton, lift. Warrior 3 pose. Just take a moment here. And step back lightly to your warrior 1. Hips square, arms up. Take the inhale. Exhale, open, big warrior 2. Find that long, low stance. Good. Turn the palms up, reach forward. Reverse for a nice big inhale. Side angle pose, left elbow inside the left knee, right arm reaches up to the sky. Gorgeous postures, absolutely beautiful. Keep the heels squeezing. Try to gaze up as best you can for what's comfortable for your neck. And then take the right arm, reach it forward, palm rotates toward the floor. Again, shoulder pulls down, roll the ribs open. Make sure you're feeling a stretch on the top half of your body right now. Then inhale, reach up, and exhale, take it into the same bind you did on the other side, half bind, full bind, or maybe just keeping arms extended. Lovely. So keeping the buns squeezed so you can gently push the hips toward the lobby, rolling the ribs open toward the sky. Same thing here, belly button hugs up and in, tailbone reaches for the back right heel, lovely. Then open up the arms, feel the stretch across the collarbones. Come right back up to your warrior two, strong in your base, level off the hips. Come down just a little bit deeper because you've got it. Good, take a big inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat, plank pose, gazes forward, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Excellent. Good, shoulders a little warmed up here. In fact, let's just pivot forward to a plank position and come down onto our forearms just for a moment. We haven't done these in a while, at least not in my class. Core strong. Knees squeezing. Remember, you can always bring the knees down if you need. Try to keep your back level to the floor. You can always work it here if you'd like to join us. Left forearm on the mat. Stack the right foot on top of the left and extend the right arm up to the sky. Now notice if your hips are scooping up to the top of the room, try to get your hips to square up to the right side of the room. Again, shoulder blade pulls down the back. You can stay here or drive the hips up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate the right forearm down. Take a moment. Nice and neutral here. If you've come out, you can join us right here and just hold the plank on the forearms. But if you did on the other side, bring your right forearm to the mat. Stack the left foot on top of the right. And again, take a moment. Make sure your hips aren't scooping to the ceiling. Flare your toes back. Push down through your right shoulder blade. Then pulse the hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay on it. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rotate the left forearm down. Take a moment. Find your breath. Thighs locked. Core locked. One hand at a time. Left hand underneath left shoulder. Straighten it. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Push the hips up and back. Little opening for the shoulders. Little stretch in the core. Opportunity to just return to breath. Good, let's get off the shoulders here. Triangle pose. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Drop your back left heel, both legs straighten. Take a hold of your right ankle with your right hand, and left arm reaches up to the sky. Good. So doing core work is always, fun. But really, it's about finding your core strength in the postures themselves. So that's why I like to do these little offerings here. Remember, core is all the way from your knees to your lower ribs. So engage your quads, engage your buns, engage your lower abdomen. Then bring your bottom right hand up to heart center. Good. And if you're doing that, I want to see basically no change in the structure of the posture. So spine stays straight. But if your back is aching, back up a step or focus on the bandhas. If you're feeling good, that left hand can meet the right. And that might be plenty. Otherwise, arms can reach forward. Look at you go. Good. Core is strong, body long. Bring the body down parallel to the floor. Roll the ribs open, look up. Then open up the arms, triangle pose, reach down, reach up. And without collapsing the chest, just rotate the left hand down to the mat. Shorten up the stance just enough, just enough. Good. Stay here a moment. Let's just give ourselves a little opportunity for a hamstring stretch. So not what we normally do. I want you to forward fold here for a moment. Hands are framing the foot. Then inhale to a halfway lift. Come up to fingertips, just like we do in our sun salutations. Then exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, halfway lift. Feel the length of your spine. And exhale, forward fold. And one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Let your breath return to normal, but keep your spine really straight here. Really, really straight. You can gaze down at your big toe, and without curving the back, take a hold of your right ankle with your left hand, revolve the triangle pose, reach the right arm up to the sky. I want you to be aware of your spine, just like a halfway lift. Feel that length, feel the sits bones reaching back, core is strong, not dipping the left hip at all. These look good. If you can, gaze up towards your right thumb, best you can, use the range of motion you have, beautiful, front leg straight, nice work. Then rotate the right hand down. Good. Then just take a moment here. Relax your forehead toward your knee or your shin. Good. Then prepping for airplane pose. Again, flatten the back. Gaze in front of your big toe. Put a little bend in your right knee and just shift forward, 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 forward until the left toes feel light. Then take off. Arms up, leg up. Good. Feel the space across the collarbones. You can stay here. You could open up to your half moon pose. Leading with the left hip, work your balance here. Lovely, chest down, leg up just a bit. Back to airplane pose, rotate the left hip down. You've got a moment to lift the arms, lift the leg. You can revolve the half moon if you choose. Left arm down, right arm up. Again, that standing leg getting lots of love right now. Keep working the right quadricep, pushing down through the big toe. Back to airplane pose. Back to warrior one pose. Great work. Let's turn it into a lunge here. Come up high on the ball of the left foot. Separate your hands to shoulder width apart. Everyone's proportions are a little bit different, so just take the time to make sure you're down in the posture. Yep, your back leg is locked, and when you look at the posture head on, your feet are hip width. You need the lateral stability here in this posture. Then bring your hands to a prayer at heart center. Now revolve over to the right. Connect your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And again, notice if your spine curved, flatten it out. Get taller from the waist up. And then if you open up your arms, do so, but be aware of where you're feeling this in your back. If your hips are dipping, you're not going to feel it in the right spot. If you can bend from just the upper spine, then you can bind it, half bind or full bind. Nice, Sarah. Beautiful. Nice, Jamie. Good choices here. Back leg locked. Gaze is up. Spin the right rib cage open. Arms open if you bound. Prayer twist. Come right back up to center. Drive to the right heel. Back is flat. Back leg locked. Take a big inhale. Arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Hold your plank here. Let's do our full side plank. Gaze down. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. Stack the right foot on top of the left. 3 different side planks today. Make sure your shoulder is really able to support you here. Other way, that's all good. Flare your toes back. If you need to support it, you can support it. Again, listen to your body. If you need to advance it, go for it. Scissor the right leg up. Remember, this is about you finding your edge for your body in this moment, in this practice. Stay with it here. If you are in the advanced version, stay with it. Flare your toes back. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Nice. If you lifted the right leg, bring it down neatly. Great control. Rotate the right hand down. You're back in a plank pose. Take a moment. No rush. Hips down a bit. Thighs locked. Gaze forward. Take a big inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Lower down. Feel that low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes. Push the hips back. Nice long down dog. Long down dog. Take a moment, get back to breath. Let it feel good. Thighs locked, core locked. Length through the backs of the knees. Triangle pose on the left side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot up between the hands. Drop the back right heel, both legs straighten. Take a hold of your left ankle with the left hand. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Lots of control. Love it. Yep. Gorgeous. Try and pull the left shoulder down away from your ear. Yes. So even here, shoulder blades hug down with the arms opening up wide. Good. Stay with the breath. Bottom left hand can lift to heart center again if your base is in place. If it's totally locked in, these look good. Nice, Ruby. Stay with it here. Again, nothing in the structure of the pose moves. The right hand can meet the left, but I want to see your spine still long, your legs still locked, not resting in your joints. Arms can reach forward if it's in your practice. Maintaining here for just a moment. Core strong, arms long, ribs open. Triangle pose, reach down, reach up. And without collapsing the chest, rotate the right hand down. Same thing here, just shorten up the stance a bit so that your heels are still in alignment, little sharper angle on the back foot. Frame the left foot with your hands if you can. And start with a little forward fold here. So inhale, halfway lift. Feel the sits bones reach back, feel the spine lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. Breath returns to normal. Feel the length in your spine. Don't drop the head. Just gaze down at the big toe. Keep lengthening the back of the neck. Revolve the triangle pose. Take a hold of your left ankle with your right hand. And again, mindful of your spine as you extend the left arm up to the sky. Good. Gazing up. Fabulous work. Continue to feel the sits bones reach back. Excellent. Not dropping through the right hip. Good. Stay right on your edge, using the muscles around your left rib cage to lift. Then rotate the left hand down. That's a deep posture, Matt. Good. Little forward fold here, just to release any tension in the neck. And again, I want you to feel like you're on a runway taking off with airplane pose. So flatten out your back, little bend in the left knee, shift forward and take off. Arms up, leg up. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. So take a moment in your standing leg, commit to it. Commit to the work. Continue to feel the core up and in. Open to half moon pose if you did it on the first side. Flexing your right foot in the transition. We want the top edge of your whole body, of the whole posture right now, as locked out as possible. Back to airplane pose. So as you rotate the hip down, the top edge of the posture is your back, your bum, the back of your right leg. Make sure everything's locked and lifted. Revolve, right arm down, left arm up. It's just a moment here. Stay strong, stay connected to the standing leg. Beautiful, Victoria. Back to airplane pose. And back to warrior one pose. Hips square, arms overhead. Looking good. Turn it into a lunge. Come up high on the ball of the right foot. Hands separate to shoulder width apart. Yes. Back leg locked. Full flexion on the back toes. Heel nice and high. Hands come to prayer. Heart center. So keep the leg locked. I want to see down the line. Nothing shifts. Revolve to the left. Connect the right elbow outside of the left knee. Left hand pushing into the right. There it is. Back leg straight and strong. Open up the arms if you did. Again, mindful of your hips not shifting. You can bind the posture if you did so on the other side, and you're just in your depth right now. Nice, Ali. Beautiful, everybody. Good, Anton. Keep working the back leg. Keep working the lift of the back leg of the chest. Nice, Jamie. I see that work. Stay with it. Stay with it. Keep the sits bones hugging together. Core strong. If you bound, open up the arms. Hands into a prayer twist. Come right back up to center. Drive through the left heel. Yes, front foot straight. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Gaze forward. Actually, gaze down. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Stack the left foot on top of the right. Full side plank. Left foot on top of the right. Flare your toes back. Nice work. Flare your toes back. So if you've got your feet stacked, I know it's a minor thing, but it engages the leg in the right way that will translate one day. Advance it if you did it on the other side. Yes, yes. Use the drive of the bottom right hip right now. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Hips are up. Stay with it. Core is strong. Oh, no. Sorry. Bring the left foot down. Rotate the left hand down. Find yourself back in a plank pose. Take the inhale. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, low hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes back to a nice downward facing dog. Looks good. Looks really, really good. You know what? Let's get a little hip opener in. Inhale your right leg up and back. Half pigeon. Bring your right foot up towards your left hand. Drop your right knee on the mat. Drop your back left knee on the mat. Take a moment with your hands on the floor so that you're not just sinking into your right hip. I want the top shin ideally parallel to the top edge of the mat, and the energy should be coming straight down. So feel your body weight coming straight down. This might be plenty. If you feel like you want more, you are welcome to hinge forward and come onto the forearms and do a variation that works for you. But ideally, I want you to maintain the structure of the pose, and not go so deep into it that your right heel is slipping back towards your left hip. Stay strong here. Good. Beautiful. This can be a lot, so make sure you're sending breath into your right hip joint right now. Notice if your body weight wants to kind of shift and roll to the right, make sure again that you're even and the body weight is coming kind of straight down. See if you can feel exactly where the stretch is. Don't go so deep that you're gritting your teeth or holding tension in your jaw or your face. Make sure you're relaxed everywhere else. Good. And see if you can actually visualize sending your breath into your hip, like a balloon expanding. Take a big inhale, feel some space. Find some softening on the exhale. Good, and if you did fold forward, just walk your hands back towards your shin. Ideally, we're gonna come into a three-legged dog from here. So tuck your left toes underneath, lift your left knee up off the mat, push away from the floor, three-legged dog. Yes, good. I want you to find what works for you here. So you could stay in a three-legged dog. You can roll the right hip open with the right leg up to the sky. With the hip open, you can also bend the right knee and draw your right heel towards your left shoulder. This can be plenty. If you'd like to flip the dog, feel free. Allow the foot to land behind you. Extend the arm up to the sky initially. Then drive the hips up, or allow the body to reach forward. Good, it's a nice prep for further heart openers here. So just notice where you're feeling this in your body. This can be pretty deep. Good. Coming out of this, I want there to be control. So remember where your right hand was, plant it there. Extend your right leg up and back into a three-legged dog, then downward facing dog. Return the right foot down. Good, take a moment, push out of the shoulders. Good, and half pigeon on the left. Inhale, left leg up and back. Draw your left foot up towards your right hand. Drop your left knee towards your left wrist. If you ever feel any knee pain, remember, flex your right ankle. It's gonna help a lot. Again, take a moment, body weight sort of upright. Even if you have to open hips, it's nice to just take that time to make sure you're centered on your hips and you feel the body weight coming straight down. Then you can go for the fold if you did so on the other side. Good. And again, if you're dipping a lot of weight on your left hip, I want you to think in the direction, I know it's a lot, of rolling the right hip down. Good. I know that left heel is probably sliding back towards your right hip. If you're doing so, you're probably still feeling a stretch in your left hip, so it's okay. But as you stretch on your own or do this in other classes, think about eventually your left shin being parallel to the top of the mat. It probably means you won't be able to fold forward quite as much, but it's a deeper hip stretch. So just work what's good for you right here. It's slightly different mode than the power yoga. We're pushing ourselves. Just allow there to be a little softening, a little opening. We do a lot with our hips, so giving them some love every so often is a good idea. Again, feel exactly where the stretch is. Try to send your breath exactly there. Feel space on a big inhale. Let there be a softening in the exhale. Letting go of resistance. Giving your body a moment to have some space, some letting go. Excellent. If you folded forward, please walk your body upright, keeping your hands on the mat. Remember, our next posture is a three-legged dog. Try and tuck your toes underneath. Good, yes, and then reach the left leg up and back. Sometimes when you're learning, you just kind of got to go for it. But you got to tuck the toes and lift the left leg up and back. There it is. You can stay here. Open up the left hip to the left side of the room. You can bend the left knee, drawing your left heel towards your right shoulder. And then you can flip the dog if you choose. Again, find the version, ideally what you did on the other side. Good, nice work. Stay with it here. Once your dog has flipped, there is a drive in the legs, and a drive in the bottom hand, very similar to wheel pose. Eventually this can translate into wheel. Nice. Then left arm up to the sky. Rotate the left hand down, three-legged dog, left leg up and back. Downward facing dog. Back to familiar territory. Just take a moment, nice and supported. Nice work. Just take a big inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's work our way to our feet. Inhale, bend the knees, push the hips back, look out ahead of you. Exhale, step, jump, or float between the hands into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. One more time. Half lift. Forward fold. And with the breath, inhale, arms out, back, and up. Look up, stretch up, palms touch. Hands through prayer, heart center, gaze is forward. Relax your arms at your side, mountain pose. Good. Let's go for it. Lift the right knee up into the chest, left hand on the left hip, cupping the front of your right knee, or hooking up the big toe with peace fingers of your right hand. Same thing here, standing leg, work it. Core strong. If you've got the right heel, extend the right leg forward, keeping the body upright. We're going to combo a couple postures here. So open up to the right side. Good. Staying with it. Standing legs strong. You're welcome to shift the gaze to the left side of the room. I want you to find your moment here, your depth. Good. Then gaze back to center. Bring the leg back to center. Come in for a base. Let's turn this into a rotated twist. Take your left hand, reach over the outside edge of your right foot or the knee. Center your right hand at your heart first so you can just feel your balance. Then open up to the right side of the room. Look over your right shoulder, kick into the left hand. Just have a spirit of trying. Keep the chest lifted. Nice, Jamie. Don't drop the lead left shoulder at all. As you soften the right knee, swivel the shoulders back to center. Mountain pose, beautiful work. Feet together, arms relaxed. So it's a challenge. You're on the standing leg for a while, a lot of drishti changes, a lot going on in the body. Just have a little fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Lock the right leg out, right hand on the right hip, same thing here. Hug the front of the left knee with the left hand, or hook the toe with peace fingers of the left hand. And this is the base, right? This is where you want to work, and if you've got the base, then you can extend the left heel forward. But don't worry about how much you extend that left leg. Pull the left shoulder back. Open up to the left side of the room. Again, feel your core engage here. You're tall, you're strong, your standing leg is working. You can shift the gaze over right shoulder if you did on the other side. Beautiful. Just take it step by step. Gaze forward, leg forward. Bring the knee in for a base. Stand up really tall. Good. Reach over the outside edge of your left foot now with your right hand or your knee. If you came out, just join us again. Left hand centered at the heart. Find your balance in your core. Then open up to the left side of the room. Gaze over the left shoulder. Kick into your right hand. Open it up. Standing leg is strong. Nice, Ali. These look amazing. Just take a moment. Feel that opening. Don't drop the lead right shoulder this time. Just soften the left knee. Swivel the shoulders back to center. Gaze is forward. Excellent work. Mountain pose. Feet together. Arms relaxed. Let that go. All right, body's nice and open. Standing bow pulling pose. Left arm to the sky. Palm is forward. Right elbow, right hip. Palm is facing up. Bend the right knee and take a hold of your foot from the inside. Good. Just take a moment. If you need some time in your base, stay in your base. Sean, left arm really straight. Inhale, reach up and kick straight back and let the kick open up the bow. The kick is crucial. The left arm reaching forward. Equally crucial. Kick, kick, kick. Leslie, you got it. Kick the shoulders open. Beautiful. Stay on the kick. Stay on the reach. Let this posture be a journey. And once you find your depth, maintain by staying consistent. Kick and reach. Lift and reach to exit. Everything in the center line. Knees together. Reach up. Nice. Mountain pose. Feet together. Arms relaxed. Beautiful. Breathe. Right arm to the sky, last one. Palm is forward, left elbow, left hip. Palm is up, bend the left knee, take a hold of your foot or your ankle from the inside. There's a little bit of prep on the other side. I noticed. That's okay. Take your time, but once you're in it, reach up, knees together, and then kick straight back. Let the kick open up your bow. Don't be afraid to kick. Don't be afraid to reach. You got it. Let the shoulders open. Excellent work. Stay on it here. Give me a little kick more. Lift and reach to exit, knees together, zip everything towards the middle. Mountain pose, feet together, arms relaxed. Dead pose. Nice work, everybody. Take a little bow to your practice on the way down if you choose, a little sip of water if you choose. And then just find your dead pose. Close your eyes for a moment. Let it go. Sometimes when we work hard, we can chit-chat with ourselves. Oh, this is hard. Does she know how long she's holding these postures? Oh my goodness. We just talk to ourselves about it. What if it could just be hard without talking to yourself about it? You're just having an experience. Breathe. When it's done, it's done. You know you're going to feel good from the work you're doing today. Just give yourself a break from chatting. Let your body know its way through these postures for the most part. Let your body follow the dialogue. If your heart rate's up, just notice right now it's already slowing down. Your breath is already regulating. Happens all by itself. Just stay out of the way. If you're holding on to something, let it go with some breath here. Just take a big inhale. Feel the pressure of the inhale. Feel all that build up. And then exhale, just let it go. Let it melt into the floor. Leave it behind. All right, we're ready for these last few postures. Eyes open, feet together, flex at the ankles, link the thumbs. Inhale, arms overhead. Sit up and double exhale. Get rid of all that stale air, stale energy. A little forward fold here. And let's do it. Belly down, spinal strengthening, hands underneath the shoulders, all 5 fingers nice and tight together. 4 postures today, I promise. So squeeze the heels and just focus on your cobra's tails. They won't be long holds. Just exhale. And on the inhale, lift the upper body right up off the mat. Butt is strong, legs are strong, heels click together, toes pointed. Push your big toenails into the floor. Pull your elbows back. Breathe, breathe. Look up, chin up. Lower down with control. That looked great. Arms aside, gaze to the right, left ear on the mat. As I said a time or two before, what I'm listening in for, there's a big exhale after a posture, collectively, then I know we're not breathing in the poses. I want you to breathe. Even though they're short postures, even though it's tempting, find your breath here. It's shallow, but it's normal, regulated. Chin on the mat, set up the same posture. Slide your hands back to the waistline. Again, let the dialogue just carry you through. If you're going to do it, set it up. It's going to be over before you even set it up. Good. Lock the legs. Exhale, and on the inhale, lift the chest and the legs together. Good. Rui, put your hands on the mat. Slide them back. Push into your hands now. Yes, shoulder heads lifted. Beautiful. Now squeeze the inner thighs inward and upward. Excellent. Point your toes like a ballerina. Lift the upper thighs. Lift the chest. Then come on down. Arms at side. A little groaning there. Gaze to the left. Right ear on the mat. Breathe. Just back to breath. Let it go. Postures are just moments. So give yourself to them. Chin on the mat, skipping Bikram Shalabhasana. Hands behind the back, interlace all 10 fingers. Palms together if you can. If you can't, it's okay, they can be open. But lift the hands up off the hips as much as you can. Lock the legs, please. Exhale. And on the inhale, lift. Lift the chest and the legs. Yes, good. Now squeeze your quads straight. That's it. That's it. So when your legs are straight entirely, sometimes they're a little lower, and that's okay. Work the length. Then sweep the arms out. And lift the chest more. Feel the length across your collarbones right now. Breathe. Arms sweep forward, shoulder width. Separate legs, hip width. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift the upper body with the chest. Breathe. Lower down with control. Arms aside. Gaze right. Left ear on the mat. Let that one go. It's done. It's over. Last one, floor bow, chin on the mat, bend the knees, take a hold of feet from the outside. Your body will let you know if it's not healthy for you, right? So that's why you could just set it up. Your body's like, oh, not today. That's okay, back up. Otherwise, just follow it. Knees 6 inches apart, push down through the abdomen, exhale, arms straight. And on the inhale, kick into the posture. Kick. Good. Arms straight, straight. Stay with it. That's it. And if the knees lift, yes, that's it. Beautiful. Stay. I know it's hard. Stay strong. Stay with it. And then come on down. Gaze to the left. Right ear on the mat. Relax. Relax. Oh. It's hard, but then it's over. Just push back to a child's pose. Give yourself a little back release here. Push back through an all fours position, knees wide, hips back, Balasana. Oh. Just an opportunity here. Feel some space in the chest, space in the hips. We did a few extra little heart openers today, little spine openers. Let's see what our back bends can do. But first, just take a nice big inhale. And exhale. All right, with the spirit of curiosity, just come up to all fours. We'll do our camel pose, but try not to just do what you always do. Just notice, when you really set it up, knees 6 inches apart, place your hands on your low back. Camel pose, standing up on the knees. Lengthen through the tailbone. Take the time to pull the lower abdomen in. As you gently push the hips forward, lift up and over the heels of the hands. Look back, so that's what initiates the movement. Trust yourself to look back. That's it. Good, and feel that opening in the chest. Good, you can reach back one hand at a time if it's in your practice. Try to drop the head back. If it's too much on the neck, you can keep the chin pulled in. Beautiful, and feel like someone's hands are between your shoulder blades, just lifting your heart up on a platter. Stay with it. Hips forward, hips forward. Hands on the low back first, rise to the heart space. Head stacks last. It was the first thing to go back, last thing to come up. Sit back on your heels, turn around, dead pose. So sometimes that's sort of a missed cue. In the camel pose, you really look back first. And if it feels fearful, it feels weird, it's a little bit of what we're working through, is that fear of moving backward. There's fear that comes up in back bends, in inversions as well, and it's really normal. But camel pose is a really easy, supported way. I shouldn't say easy. It's straightforward, supported way to really work on that fear that might come up. So if you're doing another set of camel, you can sit up, turn around, do that. Otherwise, for wheel or bridge, bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the floor. Wheel pose, hands up by the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone, drive the hips up. See what happens today. All righty, here we go. Lifting the heart up and forward. Take a moment, feel your edge, breathe easily. Keep pushing into the heels, one more push of the chest forward. Nice work. Then tuck your chin, come on down really carefully. One vertebra at a time, slow and control. Dead pose. Back release pose. Bring your knees in your chest. Give yourself some love. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a little moment of appreciation for the hard work that you do in this room. Stepping in here on a warm day. Takes a little bit of discipline. Nice work. Shoulder stand pose. Rock your hips above your shoulders. Extend your legs into the air. Or a headstand. Or a handstand, for that matter. But if you're doing your shoulder stand, walk your hands up your back or down your back, depending on how you look at it. Yeah. Towards your shoulder blades, yes. Squeeze the buns. Then hinge at the hips, toes over the head toward the floor. And then just round down one vertebra at a time, slow and controlled. Twisting pose, bring your right knee up into the chest, give it a hug, give it a squeeze. And take your left hand, guide your knee down to the left side of the body, right arm reaches out to the right. Do the twist that serves your body today. Gaze over your right shoulder. Nice opening for the chest. You twist first thing in the morning and get out of bed. I promise you the range of motion is not the same as what you have right now, right? You've worked hard to get your spine open, to find that full range of motion. Please make sure you're exercising it here. Bring your right knee back in the chest. Give it a hug, give it a squeeze, relax it all the way down, and just switch sides. Make sure you get that hug of the left knee just outside the left rib cage up towards the left shoulder. And twist. Same thing you did on the opposite side. Allow the left hip to roll open, rather roll over, and left arm reaches out. That's why a seated spinal twist is always an option here, because sometimes getting that torque is what we need to find the full twist. But of course, just do what's good for you. Breathe in this shape. Good. Bring your left knee back in the chest. Excellent work. You can bring both knees in for a moment if you like. Just that big old hug. Make sure you feel evened out. And then dead pose. Extend the legs, arms at side. Just close your eyes here. Your work is done. Close your eyes. Let your body be still. And closing together, just take a big inhale and let it go. It is a joy and an honor to be in this room sharing your practice with you. Thank you for coming here, sharing your energy. As always, stay here as long as you need. Wonderful work today. Namaste.